Ba ba ba. All right, guys. Dudes just got their grooming done. Look at how silky and smooth they are. Look at that hair. No hair on that Klein bear. They're looking their best, and that's because we're going to be doing what all smokers were made to do: a brisket. Now, usually, since I spend the money on it, I usually will spend some time trimming all the fat and, to 1/4 of an inch and all this stuff. This time, I did not. I basically just trimmed off the brown that you're usually going to have on this side of the brisket. I trimmed this a little bit just because it was really tall and pointy. Underside, I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm not going to be trimming it, not going to do anything. This came from a suggestion from another smoker that I talked to from work. They said, just leave it alone. Just salt it, pepper it, throw it on the smoker. But today we're also going to be adding some McCormick Grill Made Sweet and Smoky. All right, guys. Salted it, peppered it, and then we doused it. Obliterated it in that McCormick Grill Made Sweet and Smoky rub. See how it does, All about experimentation and good times here with Grilling at the Good Dogs. Another thing that you're going to need, 50-50 of apple cider vinegar and apple juice. We got it here in my nice spray bottle. Like I said, I just do 50-50. I fill this thing up halfway with vinegar, with the apple cider vinegar, and then halfway up with the apple juice. And that's more than enough. We're going to spray it on here. Try to do it every hour. We're going to see it's kind of a busy day. Smoker's getting up the temperature. Once it's ready, then we will be throwing it on there. What do you think, Klein? Looking good, boy. Looking good. Grilling with the Good Dogs. Yeah. Never like letting them go outside once they've had their day of grooming, but it is what it is. All right, guys. Set the temperature. We're just going to soak it down with some oil where that brisket's going to go. I like doing that. Just always keeps it good and fresh for where your meat's going to go. So just get it all nice and good. Pretty soon you're going to see a nice big old fat brisket in there. And that rub, guys, that McCormick sweet and smoky rub, it's just, it smells so good. And you can just taste it coming off of the thing right now. It's gonna be great. Gonna be great. Grilling with the Good Dogs. Yeah. All right, guys, there she blows. I'm gonna throw her on there in a minute. There's one good dog. There's the other good dog. There's the logo. So yeah, give me a second to throw this on there. We'll hook up all the probes and everything. I'm gonna put the larger side. I think it's called the point or whatever. Again, to this side, it's gonna be hotter, thicker, hotter. Cook it better, cook it faster. All right, guys, there's the Good Dogs. There's the brisket. Already getting started. Got the probes on there. All right, so what we're going to want to take this to is about 203 Fahrenheit. That'll be 95 Celsius on here. So once all the probes are good and happy, we'll pull it off. Now, we're going to be spraying that stuff on there about every hour, but we're going to give it that first hour and a half or so just to get everything that it needs. So I got a meeting at 11, so when it ends at noon, I'll come out here and do the first spraying. I'll show you all that. I imagine this is going to take a while. Probably won't be done until 10 p.m. tonight, so something to look forward to. I'm finishing up a bench right there that's going to go along that wall. Then I'm going to make a little table that's going to cover up the gas line right there. It's all going to be covered in Trex. It'll match the deck. Having a good time. All right, dogs, let's go inside. All right, dogs, let's check out this thing. Look at that. Look at us. Are we strapped? Are we strapped, baby gee? Oh, yeah, we're strapped. Grill with the Good Dogs. Let's check up on this brisket, y'all. Oh, yeah. That ain't looking bad. That ain't looking bad at all. Let's put some love on this boy. Oh, you bad. You bad. What y'all think, dogs? What y'all think? Grill with the Good Dogs. It's going to be a fine brisket. Lock and load, Good Dogs. Let's go check out this here brisket. Look at that. It's smoking and everything. So one thing I decided, I think we're going to take it out at 190. Get a little less cooking in there. Ooh, boy, does it look good. You can still see some of that McCormick's sweet and smoky rub on there. All kinds of love. Let them dry out. What do you think, baby Gee? Yeah, it's going real nice, real fine, real fine. Grilling with the good dogs. Premium brisket. All right, guys, it's about 6:30. 81.78, so we still got some time. This probe says 199. Okay, that's the big probe. That is right here. The other two probes are here and here. So we got to make sure we get everybody nice and cooked to that 190. So what I might do actually here in a minute is come and turn this thing. Now I don't usually like touching the brisket when it's smoking, but I'll do it for this one since we're at 199 already for one of these things. The reason these are taking so long is because it's hitting a point in the smoke process called the stall. And the stall is when you have evaporative cooling from the moisture that's in the meat already, leaving the meat and keeping the whole thing at the same temperature because it's cooling as the moisture is evaporating. Let me get that turned around. Grilling with the good dogs. Keep them going. Getting the brisket. All right, guys. Looks like we're finally out of the stall. Grilling with the good dogs here. About 850 right now. Let's check on this bad boy. Look at that bark getting up there. Y'all can't really see it. Some more squirt here. Get back at it. And that's down to about 99 right there, so that's staying good and still. A few more degrees and this thing is ready to pull off. Now once we pull it off, we still got to wrap it in foil and then towels and throw it in the ice chest for another hour before you really start picking at it. So that's going to be like probably 11 o'clock tonight. Not eating it tonight, but still tasty. And I mean, I've had the brisket wrapped up and put in a Yeti for 6 hours before, and it came out still steaming, piping hot and ready to eat. All right, guys, we're a few minutes from pulling it off the smoker here. We got the foil ready. We got the ice chest ready. Towels ready. So when we pull it off, we're going to put it on here, wrap it in that little bit of foil. Flip it on here, wrap it in that foil, and then wrap it in all these towels. Put it in the ice chest for about an hour, and then we'll probably slice into it. But you can sit in that ice chest as long as you want. I mean, we did that at a Christmas party this past year, and it sat in there for 6 hours, and it was perfectly good after that. Anyway, a few more minutes. Grilling with the good dog. All right, guys, we're just about to pull this thing out, so I can't do it while holding the camera. Put it out, throw it in there. I'll get back to y'all as soon as we're about to wrap it back up for good. So there it is, boys and girls. About to get it wrapped up in all the foil, all the goodness. What do you think, Chef Klein? So yeah, let's get this thing wrapped up. Okay, it's wrapped up in the foil and 2 towels, and we're just gonna throw these other towels on top of it, stuff it down good in there, and lock this bad boy up. Grilling with the good dogs, check back with you in an hour. So the good dog wanted to explain to y'all why we are wrapping it and putting it in the ice chest. This is a technique called holding. It is not wrapping. If you look up wrapping your brisket, they're actually doing it during the smoke. That is not what we're doing. This is a technique called holding, where you have raw meat, which has about 70% moisture or water. Cooked meat's going to have about 55% moisture or water. When you are holding it like this, you're allowing that moisture to regroup around the proteins, okay? And that's going to help with the taste. It's not going to remove the char or the bark from the brisket that we've attained throughout the long smoke. And, yeah. So if anyone was wondering, that is what we're doing here. This is not the wrapping that you do on the smoker. This is just the holding you do post. Some people say 2 to 4 hours. I think an hour will do it. But yeah, grilling with the good dogs, a little bit of information. All right, guys, Chef Klein here with the final reveal. It is still piping hot. I mean, I just touched it. It was really hot, but that looks so good. So we're going to cut open a little bit of it, probably near the middle. Let y'all see what that ring looks like. Good shot. Grilling with the good. So as you can see, got a good ring going on right there. pretty good. Let's try a little bit of that. Nice and juicy. It does fall apart in your mouth good. So good. And that McCormick sweet and smoky gives it just a little bit extra zing, a little bit extra taste that can't be denied. So good. This has been Grilling with the Good Dogs. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy me a little bit more of this brisket, and we'll see y'all next time.